Shriprada.
Namaste. Yep. We'll start. आदित्य हृदय स्तोत्रस्यागस्त्य ऋषिः अनुष्टुप् छन्दः आदित्य हृदय भूतो भगवान् ब्रह्मा देवता निरस्ताशेष विघ्नतया ब्रह्म विद्या सिद्धौ सर्वत्र जय सिद्धौ च विनियोगः ततो युद्ध परिश्रान्तं समरे चिन्तया स्थितं रावणं चाग्रतो दृष्ट्वा युद्धाय समुपस्थितं दैवतैश्च समागम्य द्रष्टुमभ्यागतोरणम् उपागम्याब्रवीद्रामम् अगस्त्यो भगवान् ऋषिः राम राम महाबाहो शृणु गुह्यं सनातनं येन सर्वान् नरीन् वत्स समरे विजयिष्यसि आदित्य हृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपेन्नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमं रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुर नमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विवस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं सर्वदेवात्मको ह्येषः तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एष देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पाति गभस्तिभिः एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्दः प्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदः कालः यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः पितरो वसवः साध्याः ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वह्निः प्रजाप्राणः ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः आदित्यः सविता सूर्यः खगः पूषा गभस्तिमान् सुवर्णसदृशो भानुः हिरण्यरेतो दिवाकरः हरिदश्वः सहस्रार्चिः सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मथनः शम्भुः त्वष्टा मार्तण्ड अंशुमान् हिरण्यगर्भः शिशिरः तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भोदितेः पुत्रः शङ्खः शिशिरनाशनः व्योमनाथस्तमो भेदी ऋग्यजुस्सामपारगः घनवृष्टिरपां मित्रः विन्ध्यवीथिप्लवङ्गमः आतपी मण्डली मृत्युः पिङ्गलः सर्वतापनः कविर्विश्वो महातेजाः रक्तः सर्वभवोद्भवः नक्षत्रग्रहताराणाम् अधिपो विश्वभावनः तेजसामपि तेजस्वी द्वादशात्मन्नमोऽस्तु ते नमः पूर्वाय गिरये पश्चिमायाद्रये नमः ज्योतिर्गणानां पतये दिनाधिपतये नमः जयाय जयभद्राय हर्यश्वाय नमो नमः नमो नमः सहस्रांशो आदित्याय नमो नमः नमो उग्राय वीराय सारंगाय नमो नमः नमः पद्मप्रबोधाय मार्ताण्डाय नमो नमः ब्रह्मेशानाच्युतेशाय सूर्यायादित्यवर्चसे भास्वते सर्वभक्षाय रौद्राय वपुषे नमः तमोघ्नाय हिमघ्नाय शत्रुघ्नाय मितात्मने कृतघ्नघ्नाय देवाय ज्योतिषां पतये नमः तप्तचामीकराभाय वह्नये विश्वकर्मणे नमस्तमोभिनिघ्नाय रुचये लोकसाक्षिणे नाशयत्येष वैभूतं तदेव सृजति प्रभुः पायत्येष तपत्येष वर्षत्येष गभस्तिभिः एष सुप्तेषु जागर्ति भूतेषु परिनिष्ठितः एष चैवाग्निहोत्रं च फलं चैवाग्निहोत्रिणां वेदाश्च क्रतवश्चैव क्रतूनां फलमेव च यानि कृत्यानि लोकेषु सर्वेश रविः प्रभुः एनमापत्सु कृच्छ्रेषु कान्तारेषु भयेषु च कीर्तयन् पुरुषः कश्चित् नावसीदति राघवम् पूजयस्वैनमेकाग्रो देवदेवं जगत्पतिम् एतत्त्रिगुणितं जप्त्वा युद्धेषु विजयिष्यसि अस्मिन् क्षणे महाबाहो रावणं त्वं वधिष्यसि एवमुक्त्वा तदागस्त्यः जगाम च यथागतम् एतच्छ्रुत्वा महातेजाः नष्टशोको भवत्तदा धारयामास सुप्रीतः राघवः प्रयतात्मवान् आदित्यं प्रेक्ष्य जप्त्वा तु परं हर्षमवाप्तवान् त्रिराजम्य शुचिर्भूत्वा धनुरादाय वीर्यवान् रावणं प्रेक्ष्य हृष्टात्मा युद्धाय समुपागमत् सर्वयत्नेन महता वधितस्य धृतोऽभवत् अथ रविरवदन्निरीक्ष्य रामम् मुदितमनाः परमं प्रहृष्यमाणः निशिचरपतिसंक्षयं विदित्वा सुरगणमध्यगतो वचस्त्वरेति।
Thank you, Sri Prada. Thank you, Amma.
It's really great singing, Sri Pada. Blessed you are to sing so beautifully.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Hiranyagarbhaya. Who wants to do today? I think it's
Dr. Ji, Indra ji will lead and Ravi ji will follow.
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Rajiv Garu, I would like to.
Please.
Do I start from Dhyanam Shloka?
Dhyana Shloka, then we'll start with 10th verse. Aditya Savita Surya.
Okay. So I have to do only Aditya Savita Surya. From there I have to chant that once fully, is it?
Correct.
Thank you.
We'll do Dhyana Shloka first. Yeah. Namas Savitre Jagadeka Chakshushe.
Yes. Oh. नमः सवित्रे जगदेकचक्षुषे जगत्प्रसूति स्थितिनाशहेतवे त्रयीमयाय त्रिगुणात्मधारिणे विरिञ्चि नारायण शङ्करात्मने.
So beautiful, isn't it? Ravi, do you want to follow? Because Indiraji chanted so melodiously.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let me try.
Namaste Jagadekachakshushe.
Namas Savitre Jagadekachakshushe
Jagat Prasuti Sthitinashahetave.
Jagat Prasuti Sthitinashahetave
Trayimayaya Trigunatmadharine.
Trayimayaya Trigunaatmadharine
Virinchi Narayana Shankaratmane.
Virinchi Narayana Shankaratmane.
Do I do the Aditya Savita Surya fully once?
Yes. And Raviji will follow you. Yes.
Aditya Savita Surya Kagah Pusha Gavastiman Suvarna Sadrusho Bhanuho Hiranyareta Divakara.
You want to just split it so that Ravi Garu can follow you? Yes.
All right, I'll do it. Probably I'll try
at the
it.
end. Oh, okay. Yeah. Very nice. Go ahead.
Aditya Savita Surya Kagah Pusha Gabhastiman Suvanna Sadrusho Bhanuhu Hiranyareta Divakaraha.
Excellent. Aditya Savita Surya Khagaha Pusha Gabhastiman Suvarna Sadrushaha Bhanuhu Hiranyareta Divakaraha. So many wonderful names to remember Sun God. So yesterday, someone has asked and told us that he is confused between Vibhuti Yoga of Bhagavad Gita and Aadithya Hrudayam. And the Samya and the similarity, now you'll be seeing through all these names. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahudha Vadanti. That Parabrahma, that Supreme Brahman, that Supreme Consciousness is one. But the learned say it in many different ways. Through Surya, we are worshipping that Parabrahma. Through Shiva Linga, Lingyate Anena. So this directs us to that Parabrahma. Then the Vigraha, the deity, is a yantra. Through mantra and through tantra, sadhana, we reach that Parabrahma Tattvam, or we experience that Parabrahma Tattvam. So that is how it is. And we talked about the Shanmatas. Shanmata, Vaishnava, Saiva, Shakta, Saura belonging to Surya. And as Guru Galu said, Ganapatya. So if we do Ganapati Adharva Shirsha from Adharva Upanishad, we will be talking like this about Ganapati. And if we do Vishnu Sahasranama, we'll be talking about each Nama through this. So these Namas are like And the last two after Saura, Ganapatya and Skanda. So those are 6 Shanmatas. So these are like the icons on the computer screen. When you hit that icon, you get to the folder or the file that you want to see, read, and experience. So this is how through this we experience the supreme consciousness. So here, Surya, Aditya, is worshipped in 3 different forms. One is as that Ananta Atma, Parabrahma. The second, Surya Mandala Antargata Surya Gola, the sun globe in the solar orb. First is supreme consciousness, which is within the sun. And the sun globe in the solar orb. And that solar energy affecting us, energizing us, influencing us, inspiring us, and invoking the energy, the innate energy within us. So 3 different forms. Now, Aditya, we talked about Aditya in the beginning. But again, to say Aditya, Aditi Putra Aditya. It will come once again. So Aditi and Kashyapa Prajapati. And I told you the meaning of Aditi also. Na Diti, no Dvaita, Advaita, there is only one. So that Aditi. And Kashyapa, if you reverse Kashyapa, it becomes Pasyaka. Pasyaka means the seer, the seer. So the seer, that Sakshi, and that Advaita. So the product of that is Aditya. That's number 1. Number 2, Adau Asit. Adau Asit. Adau in the beginning, Pura Asit. That's why we say Purusha. Adau Asit Aditya. Aditya. Adau Sthaha Aditya. Then third meaning is Asamantat. Asamantat, all through. All through. Dadati Trayate. He gives and he protects. So Aditya. That is the meaning. Savita. Savita. What a great name, Savita. Savita. This is the name. This is the Purusha. This is the Parashakti, which is worshipped through Gayatri mantra. Gayatri, it's also called Savitri. So Tatta, we talked about Tat, Tato Yuddha Parishrantam when we talked about that. So if you look at Gayatri mantra, there are Vyakritis. Bhuhu, Bhuva, Suvaha. So these are 3 Vyakritis talking about the 3 worlds we talked about. Our own worlds and then the worlds outside. Then Tat, Savituhu, Savituhu. So Savita, Savituhu. Of Savita is Savituhu. What is Savita? Savita means creator. Creator. Savita is creator. Savati Prerayati. The one who is a producer. So Suvati also. Savati, Suvati. So Savam, Prasavam. You might have heard Prasavam, which is delivery of the baby, is called Prasavam. So that Savanam comes from this Savita. He's a creator, producer, he's a deliverer. So Suvate, Sasyadikam, Prajanam cha, Prasavate. That's why he's called Savita. He's a creator. He's a creator. Savita. So Savitu, Varenyam, the best, the best. We have so many creators, but these are all artificial creators. We create out of what is already created. We modify, manufacture. We are the manufacturers, not the creators, but he is the creator, Savita. Savita. Then we meditate upon that Savita, Dhimahi, Dhimahi. And that is Devasya Bharga, that is the Kanti, that is the Dyuti, and that is the Gabasti, that is the Rashmi, and that is the Shakti. So that innate energy within the sun god, we meditate upon Dhimahi. So that, Yaha, whoever that is, there is no name for that. You see, Gayatri Mantra, anyone can chant, provided you learn it from Guru. The women also used to chant. The women also used to chant Gayatri, and then they also used to have even the sacred thread in the past. In fact, in Ramayana, there is a classic example. You see, Hanuman actually waits for Sita to come back from Sandhya Vandanam in the evening. So that means that women used to chant Gayatri, do Sandhya Vandanam. So yes, Gayatri mantra. So Yaha, whoever he may be, he who, that Parashakti, whoever she may be, she who, in the feminine, or if you don't know the masculine or feminine, that, tatta, naha, as, or our, dhiyaha, our intellect, prachodayat, made propel in the right direction. So this Sabhamukha mantra is not advisable, but for everyone to learn, do, chant at any time. So Gayatri has certain restrictions that at certain time, in a certain way, and after instruction from Guru, you have to do. But there is a modified version of it. Sarva Chaitanya Rupam Tam. Sarva Chaitanya Rupam Tam. If you want to write it down. Sarva Chaitanya Rupam Tam. Adyam Vidyam Cha Dhimahi. Buddhim Yana Prachodayat. So we meditate upon Dhimahi. Sarva Chaitanya Rupam. That supreme consciousness above all, in all, of all. Sarva Chaitanya Rupam. Tam. Adyam, the one who is Aditya, the beginning, the one who was there in the beginning. Vidyam, the knowledge, the pure blissful knowledge. Dhimahi, we meditate upon, so that feminine Parashakti, Naha, our Buddhim, intellect, Prachodayat, may she direct our intellect in the proper direction. So once more, Sarva Chaitanya Rupam Tam Adyam Vidyam Cha Dhimahi Buddhim Yana Prachodayat. So this is Gayatri. And for Gayatri, Mantra Drashta is Vishwamitra. We'll talk about that when we talk about Mitra. So now next name is Khagaha, Suryaha, Aditya Savita Suryaha. So Suvati, that is one meaning. Then Sve Karmani Surayati or Prerayati. The one who actually is engaged himself, and also he propels and then he inspires everyone to get into their own vocational or educational or professional or their own personal activities. Sve Karmani Prerayati Surayati iti Suryaha. So Surya. What a beautiful meaning, you see. We have said 100 times Surya, but when you know the meaning of it, he is doing it. He is inspiring us every day. Sve Karmani, Surayati, Prerayati. So that is Surya. Khagaha, Ke Gachati. Ka means Akasha. The one who goes, who revolves, who resides, who Gachati goes. So who revolves, who goes in the space, K. So what is this K? Of course, Antariksha, that's what we see. But if you look at, Ramana Maharshi has said, there is this Hrudaya Kasha, there is this Ghana Kasha, there is Gruha Kasha, Akasha space within our Gruha, Ghata Kasha, Akasha within the space, within a pot. But Hrudaya Akasha, that Akasha space within our Hrudaya Kuhara. Hrudaya Kuhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. He ahamiti sakshad atma rupena bhati. Bhati. Now we know what bha is. So that Kantiman is splendorous within us. Hrudivisha manasa swam chinvata manjatava. All we have to do is make an attempt to realize that, experience that. Pavana chalana rodhat with pranayama. Atmanishto bhavatvam. That Atmanishta, Agastya Maharshi is teaching us about Khagaha. Khaga means bird also. Khaga means the one which goes in the sky. Khaga means aeroplane also, the one which goes in the sky. So Pusha is the nourisher. Pushti, Tushti. Pushti is Sharirika Pushti. Pusha. So Tushti is Manasika Santosha. So Pusha is the nourisher. So Pushan is such a great word which is used in Ishavasya Upanishad. Hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham tattvam pushan apavruno satya dharmaya drishtaye. So I'll take up this one mantra. Sri Ramji also has quoted in his first class, in the first class. Hiranmayena patrena. So now with golden disc, golden globe, O Pushan, Pusha is Pratama Vipatti, Pushan is Sambodhana. Hey Pushan, here away, we say. So, hey Pushan, with your golden globe, Satyasya Mukham Apihitam. That truth is masked by this glow of yours. I want to see that within. That I want to know that Hrudayam, Aadithya Hrudayam, Satyasya Mukham Apihitam. He Pushan Tat Tvam Apavruno. So can you just Teratiyagarada, Mada Matsaramanu Teratiyagarada, Tyagaraja says. So remove this curtain. So just remove this. And what is this curtain? This Maya, Avidya, Mada, Moha, all these 10 things which we talked about, and all the 6 Arishad workers we talked about. So that we are asking him to remove that curtain, so that avarana, so that Satya Dharmaya Drishtaye, I want to know as is. I want to know you as is. I want to know what you are up to, or that innate energy of yours I want to experience. So that is, we are asking Aditya. So when we pray to Pusha or Pushan, say when we say that, so that Pushne Namaha we say in the Chaturthi Vibhakti, Pushne Namaha. So that Pushan. So there is one Telugu poem which is so good. I just could not resist talking about this because it is so beautiful. Who gave food for birds? Who provided food for wild animals? Who arranged the food for the fish? Who is taking care of the bees? Who is watering all the trees? Who is nourishing the reptile? Who is looking after all the cattle? How is the fetus growing in the womb? Oh Pushan, it is all you. You are nourishing them. They all are flourishing because of you and you only, oh Pushan. So the Telugu poem goes like this. Adevi pakshulakevvada aharamichenu, murgajatikeవ్వడు మెతబెట్టె, జలచరాదులకు భోజనం ఎవడిప్పించే, చెట్లకెవ్వడు నీళ్లు చేదిపోసే, స్త్రీల గర్భంబులను శిశులనెవ్వడు పెంచే, పనులకెవ్వడు పోసే పరగపాలు, మధుపాలికెవ్వండు మకరందమనరించే, పశులకెవ్వడు నరించే పచ్చిపూరి, జీవకోట్లను పోషింప నీవే, కాని వేరొక దాత లేడయ్య వెదికి చూడ, భూషణ వికాస శ్రీ ధర్మపురి నివాస దుష్ట సంహార నరసింహ దురిత దూర. This poet comes from the place which is very close to my place, native place. So this Sheshappa Kavi in Telugu. So that is how it is. So that's Pusha. Then Gabhastiman. We talked about Gabhasti yesterday. Gabhasti means one meaning is Lakshmi, Lakshmivan. So Ga means Bhumi, Ga means Veda, Ga means Kirana also. Kirana. So Gabhasti. Bhasti means Kanti. So Kirana Kantiman. So Gam Bhasti. So this is how it is divided. But if you remember Kantiman, or Kanti, Kanti Yuta Kiranas, Gabhastiman. Suvarna Sadrushaha, Suvarna, some read it as Suparna Sadrushaha. So we'll talk about both. Suvarna, Su means good, Varna is colors. Look at the beautiful colors in the mornings and in the evenings. And so one day I was asking my daughter when we were in a cruise, hey, can you get up in the morning, please? Let's see the sunrise. And I've seen it many times. And she was only 5-6 years old. Many times, and without me knowing when, I've seen it so many times in the TV. So anyways, so that morning, beautiful sunrise, beautiful hue. In the evening, the sunset. So Suvarna, that is one meaning. Then Varna means one's own quality also. So Suvarna, the great quality. Then Parna means the wing. Suparna, the one who has got great wings. So one is that he goes like a bird, but we have to remember the Mundakopanishad, Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakaya, Samanam Vruksham Parishasvajate. There are two birds, remember we talked about in our Gita talks. So Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakaya. There are two birds, one is Jivatma and then Paramatma. Tvayor Madhye. So one Ekaha Sadvati Anashnan, Anya, Abhichakashiti. Anashnan, Anya, Abhichakashiti. One remains and looks at as Sakshi, the other one as Bhogi, as enjoys this world. So, Tva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya. Samanam Vruksham Parishasvajate. Tayor Anya Pippalam Sadvati. Tayoha Anyaha Pippalam Swadvati. So one is Bhoga Purusha Jiva, the other one is Paramatma, the one who is not tainted by this. Anyaha Anashnan Abhichakashiti. So that is how this Suparna, then Suparna Sadrushaha, the one who is like Suparna or Suvarna. Bhanuhu is the endowment of all Bha, Prakasha. Bha especially means it is the light, the luminosity, the brilliance. So all this Bha. So Bhanuhu, the one who is endowed with all. Hiranya Reta. Hiranya means gold. Hiranya means seed. Hiranya means anda. Hiranya Garbha we say, no? So Hiranya means gold, the seed of the universe. So Retas means the bija, the anda. So that golden egg. So Hiranyam, one meaning is gold. Hitam Ramyam, if you divide. The one which does good to the world, and Ramyam, which is so pleasant. Hitam plus Ramyam becomes Hiranyam. Then this is Srishtimulam. Retas is Srishtimulam. That Viryam, Bijam, the seminal factor or the sperm. So we have seen this. Sarvayo Nishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiyah Tasam Brahma Mahadyonihi Aham Bija Pradapita. I am the Bija Prada. So that Hiranya Retas. So Mama Yonir Mahad Brahma Tasmin Garbham Dadhamyaham, 14th chapter. So we have seen that. So Hiranya Reta. So Hiranya, gold. So when we talk about gold, not gold, the metal gold. So if you actually see Golden State, Golden State Warriors, they're playing today. So Golden State, you know why it is called? There was once upon a time, there was gold as well, but it is called Golden State because of the sunny days. If you are given 100 kilos of gold versus no sun at all in your life, which would you choose? Surely, no sun at all. And that gold will not go to anyone other than you only. You choose either a kilo of gold or sun all your life. So we choose sun all your life, sunny days, Golden State. So Hiranyareta. The gold, so we in our NICU, we called the milk, the breast milk, the mother's breast milk as liquid gold. That is gold. So we also call anything that is very important, we say that is gold. So this is gold, Hiranyaretas, Hiranyareta. Then last one is Divakaraha. Divakaraha, the maker of the day. The maker of the day. He is the maker of the day. If someone has enlightened you or lighted up your day, you call them Divakaraha, the maker of the day. So we'll go to the next one, please. We can chant this and go to the next one.
Okay, chanting I will do, and then Indraji will lead next one.
Yes.
Aditya Savita Suryaha Kagha Pusha Ghabastiman Suvarna Sadrusho Bhanuhu Hiranya Deta Divakaraha.
Next one.
Haridashva Sahasrarchihi
Haridashva Sahasrarchihi
Sapta Saptirmarichiman
Sapta Saptirmarichiman
Timiron Matanashambhuhu
Timiron Madanashambhuhu
Tvashtamartanda Amshuman
Tvashta Martanda Amshuman
Haridashva Sahasrarchihi
Haridashva Sahasrarchihi
Sapta Saptirmarichiman
Sapta Saptirmarichiman
Timiron Matanashambhuhu
Timiron Madanashambhuhu
Tvashtamartanda Amshuman.
Tvashta Martanda Amshuman.
I have a doubt here actually. Is it Martanda or Martanda?
I'll address that. Thank you. That is one. So both are correct, but most texts have Martanda. There is no Dirgha. Okay, Martanda. Then Martanda plus Amshuman should become Martanda Amshuman, Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. But what happens? So there is a lopa. Then if you do that, one letter is missing. So it is corrected as Martandako Amshuman, Martandakaha or Martandakaha. Most texts, as I said, Rasva only. Rasva. Martandakaha. Martandakaha plus Amshuman becomes Martandako Amshuman. So that is the second correction, this mantra. Haridashvaha. Harit. Harit means green. Harit means the direction everywhere. So Vyaptau, Harit, the one who pervades in all quarters with his rays. Aswa. Aswa means horse also. Aswa means Kirana also. Ashu Vyaptau. Ashu means, so we have seen Ashu Kavitvam, but Ashu means very swift, the one which goes so swift. So in fact, Ashwa was original name for Kirana. Horse was called as Ashwa because horse goes so fast. So it is like a metaphorically used. Horse goes so fast. So Ashwa. So Ashwa is Kirana. Haridashwa. So what are these green Kiranas? Tasma Rasmayaha Keshaha. So all these Harikeshayopavitine Namaha, we say. All the greenery you see is because of sun rays. The photosynthesis which happens is because of sun rays, the energy from the sun. So that the carbon dioxide is taken, the bicarbonate is taken, and then the inorganic to organic, the oxygen is delivered. So all this energy is synthesized. So the photosynthesis which takes place. Haridashva. So the greenery of what you see. Harikeshaya, Harikeshayopavitine Namaha. In Rudram, Namakam, Chamakam, we'll see that in Namakam. So that is one. Tasya Rashmayaha, Tasya Keshaha, so Rashmayaha. So his hair is these rays. His hair, if you have to imagine this Purusha, Adi Purusha, his hair is the kiranas, the rays which are all pervading, which are all pervading. So that is one. Then we will also see again more Rashmimantam, Samudhyantam. We have talked about that. Then we'll see again about this. Sahasrachihi. Ache means again Kanti Yuta Kiranas. So the rays which are filled with luster. Sahasrachi, Sahasra, not only 1,000. Sahasra means Ananta, many, many. So Ache means not only rays, but also his qualities which are spread like his rays. His qualities, Kalyana Gunas, so many qualities. So Gunavan. So Arche means knowledge also. Jnanavan. So Gunavan. That is Sahasrachi. Then Sapta Saptihi. So Sapti is the name of the horse, but that comes from Sapta. So Sapta, 7 put together is Sapti. So what are these 7 put together is 1. If you look at the 7 colors, it is all in one white color, isn't it? All the Vibjiyar, the violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, all is in white. And then we realize that unless it goes through the prism, unless there is an interface of water, we don't see these colors. So that power has to be given, that blessing has to be bestowed upon to see these 7 colors, Sapta Sapti. So there is a poem I've written, 7. The 7 is a very mystic number in not only our Sanatana Dharma, but in other religions as well. So 7 heavens in Islam as well, then in Judaism as well. So it is such a cryptic number. This 7 or his 7, Sapta Sapti, the number 7 is mystic. Remember, my friend, it's cryptic. We live only 7 days in life, starting from Bhanuvasara, Adivasara, Ravivasara, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and the so-called weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Only 7 days to live, and we repeat this till our end. Remember this daily, my friend. There isn't any 8th day to spend. The sun god rises on 7 horses with 7 auspicious primal rays, shining relentlessly all 7 days. And fire god also has 7 tongues, Sapta Jihva we say. We see 7 colors in the world, Vibjiyar, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red, as in rainbow. There isn't a 8th color to glow. It's nature's beauty, take a bow. There are 7 notes in music, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, which turn the sound into magic. There isn't a 8th note in tune. My dear friend, this is our fortune. In the sacred Hindu wedlock, bride and groom take 7 steps to live together in the world and give together to the world. The auspicious groups of 7 shall shower all good from heaven. There are 7 heavens and 7 hells in the universe, and they reside in our mind too, making our life better or worse. Our body is made of 7 dhatus. Our soul is guided by 7 chakras. In all the regions, 7 is a blessed number. For all the religions, 7 is a sacred number. The number 7 is mystic. Remember, my friend, it's cryptic. Sapta Saptihi. Marichiman. So Marichir Marutamasmi in Vibhuti Yoga we see. So that is one. We talked about Maruts yesterday, 49 Maruts, 7 times 7. But Marichi here, there is one ray of sun which actually kills. Kills what? Kills the bacteria. So kills the poisonous stuff, which is hindrance, which can be dangerous to the life. So for our sake, so Marichiman, Timiron Madhanaha, Timira Unmadhanaha, the one who makes Timira run away. So Timira is what? Timira is darkness. Darkness is what? Ignorance. So who takes this away? Guru takes away. Ajnanatimirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmelitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So that timiram is darkness, the ignorance in us. Then Shambhu. Sham means auspiciousness. We talked about Shamkara. Shamkaroti iti Shankara. Sham bhavati. So because of him, everything, every auspiciousness happens. Shambhu, the source of all comfort and happiness. So Sham, Sukham, Mangalam, Bhavayati. Bhavati, Bhavayati. He thinks of only good for us. So Sham Bhavayati iti Shambhu. Shambhu. Timiron Madhana Shambhu. Tvasta. Tvasta. Tvasta means the one who actually alleviates our difficulties, but Tvasta actually means Anukaroti Sarvani Rupani. So the one who actually takes away a lot of things from us, and mainly the ego from us. The ego from us. So he's like a sculptor, you see. A stone or a wood is carved into a beautiful statue after taking away the wastage. So that is Tvasta. Tanu karoti iti Tvasta. So he makes us lean. He actually takes away the wastage from us. So that ego he takes away from us. Look at him and compare our own qualities with his great qualities. There itself, our ego is shattered. The very thought of it. So Tvasta. Then Martanda. Martandakaha. Mrutam andam janayati iti Martanda. Anda is egg. So the one which is dead is born again because of his power. Srishtikatri Brahma Rupa, Goptri Govinda Rupini, Samharini Rudra Rupa, Tirodhanakara Ishwari, Sadashiva Anugrahada, Panchakritya Parayana. So these 5 things: creation, sustenance, dissolution, and retrieving all this and then projecting all this again. So that is Martanda. Mrutam andam janayati. That's one meaning. Then Mrityu, Pralayam, we talked about Nitya Pralayam. Every day we go to bed, we sleep, we wake up. Wake up because of Sun God. So Mrutam andam janayati. We are almost dead when we are asleep. Then we are awakened in the morning. So Mrutam andam janayati. Nitya Pralayam, Mahapralayam. After that, again, so this Parashakti, this Adi Shakti, this Aditya Shakti, this Aadithya Hrudayam is Martandakaha. Amsuman, Amsu again means Kiran, but is Amsa. Amsa means his spark. And we are all his sparks. Mamai Vamso Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, Manashasthani Indriyani, Prakritisthani Kars. So we are all his Amshas. So Sahasramsha is called Sahasramshu. So here Amsuman, the one, we are his Amshu, we are his Amshas, sparks. So we'll go to the next one after doing this.
Haridashva sahasrachihi sapta saptirmarichiman timiron madana shambhu tvashta martandakomshuman.
Hiranyagarbha shishiraha
Hiranyagarbha shishiraha
tapano bhaskaro ravihi
tapano bhaskaro ravihi
Agnigarbhodite putraha
Agnigarbhodite putraha
Shankashishiranashanaha
Shankashishiranashanaha
Hiranyagarbhashishiraha
Hiranyagarbhashishiraha
Tapano bhaskaro ravihi
Tapano bhaskaro ravihi
Agnigarbhodite putraha
Agnigarbhodite putraha
Shankashishiranashanaha
Shankashishiranashanaha
Hiranyagarbha, Hiranyaretas, we talked about Hiranyaretas, the golden egg, the golden sperm, the golden bija, the golden seed. Now Hiranyagarbha, so the one So yasya garbhe hiranyam asti. So in whose garbha, in whose heart inside, this hiranya is there. What is hiranya? Now here you can take it as hitam and ramyam. So there are only two good things. Nahi kalyana krutkaschid durgatim tata gacchati. When you think of good for the world, so there is only two things you can think of. That is a moksha. Atmano mokshartham jagat hitayacha. We have to think of purifying ourselves, self-purification. And the second most important thing that we should do is world glorification. Self-purification, world glorification. Atmano mokshartham jagat hitayacha. That's what Swami Vivekananda took as a motto for R.K. Ramakrishna Mutt. So that's what Hiranya Garbha. So hitam and ramyam is there in his garbha. That is his motto. No secondary agenda. Shishiraha. Shishiraha means he causes winter, the season. Rutukarta, we said, the maker of the seasons. But Shishira means cold. Shishira means cool also. So he's a cool God, you see. I mean, cool God. What a cool God he is. Actually, real cool God is Shiva we talk about, because, he is naked. He is in Himalayas. Himalayas, no clothes, imagine. And then Ganges on his head, cold again. And the serpent is poikilothermic, very cold in cool, winter. Yeah. And then chandanam, he actually sandalwood. Sandalwood, in fact, when you have burns, you actually apply sandalwood. And then on Shivaratri day, you actually pour cold water on him. That's what he enjoys, bathing with cold water. And half of his body is also cool lady, cool first lady, you see. The better half is cool first lady. Because she said, when that hala was coming, he said, can I go and take care of it? He said, yeah, go and swallow it. That's what she said. So much of confidence she had. So cool God. So Shiva in the form of sun. Because this Shiva was seen in the sun. So Gopa, Adrishan Udaharya. In Rudram we see that. Utainam Gopa, Adrishan Udaharya. We are taking so much time to realize, but those women, the illiterate women, not uneducated, illiterate women, when they're carrying waters from the wells in the morning and in the evening, Utainam Gopa, Adrishan Udaharya. That's how they saw. So cool God, Shishira. So Shishira, Tapanaha, the one who scorches, the one who burns, and the one who makes us burn also, the one who makes us scorch also. So Tapanaha. We'll read Tapana a little bit more again. We see Atapi. So please remind me, we'll talk about tapas. We'll talk about tapas, the three kinds of tapas in the 17th chapter. So Sharirika tapas, Manasika tapas, and Vacha. So Vachika tapas. So Tapanaha. Ahaskaraha. So Ahaskaraha, Divakaraha. So both are same. Ahaha. Ahaha meaning we know day. So we saw this. So where did we see this? In Dhyana shlokas. Hara Shariya Vachasaro Jamamalam Gitatha Gandhotkatam Nana Kyanaka Kesaram Harikatha Sambodhana Sbodhitam Loke Sajjana Shatpadai Rahahaha. Ahaha. Day by day. So so the bee is enjoying the nectar from the lotus of Mahabharata. So ahaha means day. So ahoratri we say, no? Ahoratra. Aho means day, ratri means night. Ahaskaraha, the maker of the day. Then saptaha, we say 7 days is saptaha. So ahaskaraha, bhaskaraha, Ravihi. I know why Ravi Garu I wanted to follow today. So Ravihi, Ruyate, Stuyate, Sarvaihi, iti Ravihi. The one who is praised, the one who is glorified by all is Ravihi. So Ravaye Namaha. So Ruyate, Stuyate, Anyaihi, Sarvaihi, iti Ravihi. Ruyate, he makes sound. What sound? The NASA has said what sound? Om itihi eshaha swaran eti. Ruyate means he makes the sound. Stuyate, he is praised by all. Ruyate, so the sound he makes is, our Upanishads, our Vedas have said, omiti, he, eshaha, swaran, eti. So by saying om, he goes. Eti means goes. Swaran, saying, chanting. Om iti, Esha, he, certainly, Eshaha. So Eshaha, this sun god. Om iti, Eshaha, Swaran eti, Om iti, Esha, Swaran eti. So that Ravihi. So Ravihi. Next one is Agni Garbha. So Yasya Garbhe Agnihi Asti. Agni means Agre Gachati iti Agni. Say fire, whichever way you stick, you just light up a matchstick. The fire actually points upwards only. Yeah. So you see, and so whenever you actually light up, even the lighter, if you put it like this, fire goes like that. Agre Gachati. So that is Agni. Agnim ile purohitam, that Rigveda mantra vi. So Agni Garbha, this Agni is the first manifestation of that Parabrahma Swarupa. You see, Akasha has no form. Vayu has no form to see. Then Agni. So Akashad Vayu, Agni, Apaha. So first form is Agni. That's why, so Agni is worshipped. And Agni is purifier. So in whose heart Agni is, the hydrogen, so which is the burning globe, is Aditya, Agni Garbha. And this Agni is there in the form of Jataragni in us, as Badabagni in ocean, as Kalagni in Rudra, so Pralayagni, so like that, and Jnanagni, so all these Agnis, Agni Garbha. Adite Putraha, Aditi Putraha, Aditehe Putraha. So of Putra of Aditi. Putra means what? Punnama Naraka Trayate. The one who is supposed to protect his parents from Naraka, from hell, not after leaving, even just, during while they are living, if we can protect them further from the hell, that is good enough. Putra, Punnama Naraka Trayate. So we have to take care of parents. That is Putra. We have to tell our kids what Putra meaning is. Punnama Narakat. So protecting from hell hereafter. But they have to protect first here. So that is Putra. So then Adite Putra of Aditi Putra. So Aditi we talked about. Na Diti, na Dvaitam. So then Aditi is actually Devata. Aditi Devata. In fact, Aditi is worshipped as Aditihi Sharmayachatu. Naha Vrushyatu Aditihi Papmagum Hamsa. So may she destroy our papas, deficiencies. May she give us all the auspiciousness. So that Aditi Putra. Aditi and Kashyapa. And Kashyapa, I told you the meaning. If you reverse it, it becomes Pasyaka. So this is Antarartha. So all these are cryptic. So one has to learn from teachers. So one has to explain this. Then only we understand. So that is Adite Putraha, Shankaha. Next one is Shankha. Shankha. So Shankha is conch. Panchajanyam Hrishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya. So that is Shankha. But not only that Shankha conch is the awakener. Shankha is awakener. And there is Pancha Ayudhas, 5 Ayudhas of Vishnu. One of them is Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Shanga. So the Shankha is Vishnor Mukhot Thanila Puritasya Yasya Dhvanir Danava Darpahanta Tampanchajanyam Shashikoti Subhram Shankham Sadaham Sharanam Prapadye. So we think of that Shankha Panchajanya, which is born out of these Panchabhutas. Shashikoti Subhram, the one who is so white, so glowing like 1,000 moons. And that sound will make the Danavas run away. Danava means what? The fear in us, the doubt in us, the inefficiency in us, lack of confidence in us. And then that awakens the energy, innate energy within us. So that Shankam. So one is that meaning. Then other meaning is Sham. Sham means auspiciousness. Kam means happiness. The one who is endowed with auspiciousness and happiness. So giving happiness to all, and embodiment of auspiciousness is Shankha. Shishira Nashanaha. Just now we said Shishira. And now is Shishira Nashana, the opposite meaning. So we see this. We see this. So Shishira Nashanaha. Now, if you look at the moment sun comes, the ice melts, the snow melts. But the inner meaning of it is Shishira means we get sometimes the cold feet. We actually are ready to do. And then suddenly when we get into it, so we become cold-feeted. So cold feet, that means we just are frozen. See, some situations we are frozen. So that freezing, he takes away. So that cold-footedness or cold feet, he takes away. So Shishira Nashanaha. So now we'll go to the next one. I think that's the last one, isn't it? In this Shankha Shishira Nashanaha.
Hiranyagarbha Shishiraha Tapano Bhaskaro Ravihi Agnigarbhodite Putraha Shankha Shishiranashanaha.
Next one.
Vyomanathastamo bhedi
Vyomanathastamo bhedi
Rugyajussamapāragah
Rugyajussamapāragah
Ghanavrushtirapāmitrah
Ghanavrushtir apamitraha
Vindhyavidhi plavangamah
Vindhyavidhi plavangamaha
Vyomanathastamo bhedi
Vyomanathastamo bhedi
Rugyajussamapāragah
Rugyajussamapāragah
Ghanavrushtirapāmitrah
Ghanavrushtir apamitraha
Vindhyavidhi plavangamah
Vindhyavidhi plavangamaha.
Vyomanatha. Vyoma means Akasha, the Lord of the sky. That is one meaning. Vyoma, Akasha. Akasha Tattva is Shabda. So Shabda, the primordial sound is Om, we said. Vyomanatha, he is actually above Akasha. How did it happen? We talked about how all this manifested. Tasmad va etasmat atmanaha atmanaha tasmad va etas atma sambhutaha. So from that atma, from Paramatma, atma. That from that Paramatma, etasmat atmanaha akashaha sambhutaha. So from Atma, Akasha. Akashat Vayu, Vayor Agni, Agner Apaha, Adhyap Prithvi, Prithivyam Oshadaya, Oshadebhyo Annam, Annat Prajaha, Annat Bhavanti Bhutani, Parjanyadanna Sambhavaha. You see, our roots, our ancestry is, we are the product of Annam. Annam is product of the Varsha. Varsha is a product of the sun god. The sun god, the origin of sun god, the Aadithya Hrudayam, the heart of sun is that Paramatma, supreme consciousness. So that is how Vyomanathaha, that Omkaranathaha. So Omkara, Tattva, that Akasha Tattva is Omkara. So Omkara. Pranavas Sarva Vedeshu. That's why the next one, what is said is Rugyajusama Paragaha, the one who is surpassed all three Vedas. Trayi Mayaya Trigunatmadharine. So Rukka is chanted songs, the hymns and psalms. Yaju, Gadya. So Shloka, then Gadya. Sama is song, Gana. So the one is Shloka, the other is Gadya, and the other one is song, Samaganam, we say, Samaganam. Then, so Rukka in the morning, Yajurveda in the afternoon, Samaveda in the evening. So that is how these Vedas are projected. And not only that, Adhibhuta, Adhidaiva, Adhyatma. These three talk about Adhyatma, that's that energy within us. Adhibhuta as sun god in the solar orb. Then Adhidaiva, so the one supreme consciousness. So that is Rugyajusama Paraga. Ghanavrushtihi, that thunderous, that pouring rain. So Ghanavrushtihi. Apamitraha. So you could divide this as apam ghana vrishtihi. So ghana vrishti. So vrishti means the one varshati. He actually rains so many. He pours the happiness in us, the light in us, the jnana in us, arogya in us. Arogyam, dhanam, jnanam. 3 things. Who doesn't want these 3 things? Arogyam, dhanam, jnanam. So that vrishti comes from him. But here, apam ghana vrishtihi. Then mitraha. You can say apam mitraha or mitraha on its own. So he's a friend of waters because he takes the waters and then he gives waters. Yeah. Tapamyaham aham varsham nigrunnami usrujami cha. You see? Aham kraturaham yajnaha swadhaham aham aushadam. So tapamyaham aham varsham nigrunnami usrujami cha. I take, evaporates, the water evaporates and then comes down because of sun. That is one. Mitraha is a friend of all. Is friend of all. So there is a Mitraism in Rome. So the Roman olden, if you look at Mitraism, there is so much talked about Mitraism in Rome. So Mitra is a friend of all. So Mitrasya chakshusha samikshatam. We have to, so the entire world has to be perceived through the eye of the sun or through this angle of what sun does and sun looks at. So Mitrasya chakshusha samikshatam. It is, we can write it down on our in our office, so the notice board. Mitrasya chakshusha samikshatam. So no judgment, no discrimination, no sex discrimination, no race discrimination, no jati discrimination. So that is how Mitrasya chakshu is Mitra. So Vishwamitra, Vishwasya Mitra. You should not read it as Vishwa Amitra. Okay, so Vishwamitra, that is how. So he's a Mitra, he's a friend of Vishwa. So he gave us that Gayatri mantra. So Mitraha. Vindhya Vedhi Plavangamaha. The one who goes in Vindhya Vedhi. So Vindhya mountains, that's one. Or Vindhya Vedhi in one name, and then Plavangamaha is another name. So Vindhya Vedhi, that he crosses from, so one side to the other. So Vindhya Parvata, we talked about Agastya Maharshi when Vindhya was growing. So Vindhya Parvata doesn't listen to anybody other than Agastya Maharshi. He's a rotten guy, but he's just a good student of Agastya Maharshi. So then Agastya Maharshi is asked to leave Kashi and then come to south. Then while coming, so Vindhya actually bows down. And Agastya Maharshi says, okay, just stay like that until I come back. And he doesn't go back, Agastya Maharshi. So Vindhya stops growing. And there was a competition between Meru and Vindhya. Then they were growing and growing and growing. And the sun was not seen on one side of the globe because of that. So Vindhya Vedhi. Plavangamaha, the one who jumps, goes swiftly. So Plavangama. Monkey, Hanuman is Plavangama. So the one who goes. Plavangama is like Patanga. You see the kite festival? The kite festival is a symbolism in the Makara Sankranti time, celebrating sun god. So kite represents sun, and the thread represents the ray of sun. So that is how it is celebrated during Makara Sankranti time. So Plavangama. Okay, can we do one more and then stop, please? And that will be 14 verses.
Vyomanadasthamo bhedi Rudyajussamapāragaha Ghanavrushtirapam mitraha Vindhyavidhi plavangamaha
Atapi mandali mrityuh
Atapi mandali mrityuh
Pingalas sarvatapanaha
Pingalas sarvatapanaha
Kavir Vishwo Mahateja
Kavir Vishwo Mahatejaha
Raktas Sarva Bhavodbhavaha
Raktas Sarva Bhavodbhavaha
Atapi Mandali Mrityuh
Atapi Mandali Mrityuh
Pingalas Sarvatapanaha
Pingalas Sarvatapanaha
कविर्विश्वो महातेजाः
कविर्विश्वो महातेजाः
रक्तः सर्वभवोद्भवः
रक्तः सर्वभवोद्भवः
Atapi asamantat tapati tapayati. The one who burns all through. There is no rest. There is no Sunday for poor sun god, you see. There is no Sunday. Oh, by the way, actually, Sunday is supposed to be very auspicious. You know, a British guy called Macaulay came, and then so he just made Sunday as a holiday, and then just a joyful day and drinking and eating and not doing anything. That was not the case before. So Sunday, Adi Dinam actually. So Bhanuvasara, Atapi, Asamantat Tapati, he scorches all through, and he tapayati. And he actually teaches us that tapas in us. So Shariraka tapas, Deva Dvijaguru Prajna, Pujanam Saucha Marjavam, Brahmacharyam Ahimsa cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate, 17th chapter. Anudvegakaram Vakyam Satyam Prihitam Chayat, Swadhyaya Abhyasanam Chaiva, Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate, Vachika tapas. Then, Mauna Prasada Saumyatvam, Maunamatma Vinigraha, Atma Samsuddhirityeta Tapo Manasa Muchyate. So this tapas, if the tapa is not there, and the reverse happens, pata is falling down, and tapa is going up actually. So with tapas, the tejas and the ojas comes out of us. So that is Atapi. Mandali is the one who has things around him, Mandalakara. So all the planets and then stars are around him. So the one who has Mandalam in a circular fashion is called Mandali. So Bhanu Mandala Madhyasthayai Namaha. In Lalita Sahasranama we see Bhanu Mandala Madhyastha. So the one who is the center of all these, that Parashakti, Aadithya Hrudayam, is Bhanu Mandala Madhyastha. So then Mrityu is the death god we talked about. So death is worshipped here in our Sanatana Dharma. So Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam, we talked about in Bhagavad Gita. Mrityu sarvaharashchaham. So that kalosmi loka kshayakrit pravruddha lokan samahattu miha pravruttaha rute pitvam na bhavishyanti sarve evasthita pratyanekeshu yodha. Shri Krishna says, I am Kala, I am the death now. And that's what is quoted by Oppenheimer when the atom bomb was tried for the first time. So Mrityuhu. Pingalaha, the honey colored. It's a beautiful color when yellow and red mixed. So Pingalaha, Pingaksho. Hanuman has got this beautiful Pingaksho, honey colored eyes. So Pingalaha, Sarvatapanaha. So Atapi, Sarvatapanaha. So he doesn't excuse one. No one is excused. Sarvatapanaha, all are same. So if you approach him, he will actually discipline you. So Sarvatapanaha. Kavi, ordinary meaning is poet. But Kau means Sakalam, Sarvam. So Vi means Pashyati, Vikshati. The one who sees everything. So Ravi Ganchanedi Kavi Ganchan. So the one, actually sun may not physically see, but the Kavi. So the Kavi is that knowledgeable person. So Kavi. So we saw this. Kavim Purana Manushasitaram Anoraneyam Samanusmaredya Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasaparastat Kavim Puranam Kavim Kavinam. So that Kavi and Kavinam Ushana Kavi. So Shukracharya is the great Kavi, the seer, not only the poet. Poet is Kaviyate Chaturyena, but Kavi means this knowledgeable, so very knowledgeable. So Kavihi. Vishwaha. Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhut. So the entire Vishnu Sahasranama comes with Vishwa. Vishwa means universe. Vishwa means Sakalam. Vishwa means Sarvam. Vishwa means all, everything. The manifestation is Vishwam, Vishwaha. Mahateja. So the one with great splendor, Tejas. Tejas means the heat and light put together in an optimal range. Heat and light put together in an optimal range is Tejas. So Raktaha Sarvabhava Udbhavaha. He is the creator. We started with Savita, then Sarvabhava Udbhavaha. He is a reason for all of us to be born and raised and roused when we go asleep. The next day we are roused because of him. We are awakened because of him. Raktaha, very, very attached to us, or very Rakta, the blood colored. So there is actually, I don't know how many of you are Telugu, and there is a beautiful movie called Mutyala Muggu by Bapu. The very opening dialogue, the villain is shown from behind, you see, and the sunrise or sunset comes. Then the secretary comes. So he says, Narayudu Ochada Techavan. So then next, sorry, I'll explain it to you. Then he says, always talk about business. No, just see the sun. Look at him. Doesn't he look like as if he has murdered one? So Akashanlo Suryudu Chudi evarno murder chesinattunnadu kada. So that's how one perceives. But Rakta means, so Rakta is the blood. The blood is connected to us. And the blood is, so this Rakta, even Lalita Devi also is in Raktastha. So she is in our Rakta. All 7 dhatus. After 7 dhatus, the most important one is Rakta. So he is the blood within us. Is a burning, flowing, ever actually. So energizing, oxygenating blood within us. Raktaha. So Hrudayam, that's what it does. So Harati, Rati, Dadati. So Harati, it takes from the veins. And Dadati, it gives through the arteries, and it pumps relentlessly. So that is Raktaha, Hrudayam, Aadithya Hrudayam. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Thank you. We can chant these